Why does it say upcoming? I don't know why it says upcoming. We're going to see if it goes live. We are going to see, because for real, it says I'm live. I'm going to say subscriber only, save, go to the back. Okay, it's on there. I don't know why it says upcoming. We will see. Oh, maybe it's not. Save. It should be public. Okay, let's go back. No, it's public. It's not scheduled. Oh my God, you guys are here. I swear. I'm looking at my stuff and I am like so confused. There we go. Okay, make sure I turn this down. Holy moly, guys. Technical difficulties. Hello, good morning, Ambrose, Phyllis, 2284, Sister Yoshi, Rob Law, Darlene, Christopher, how are you doing? Oh my gosh, I'm telling you. The technical difficulties of the day. Mrs. Metalhead, swear, good God. Sometimes the life of a streamer, insanity. I can't. Let me make sure I have this on live chat. I don't even know if I have it on live chat. All right. Just trying to get everything set up is ridiculous. This fell right into place. Just got finished watching Nick Johnson's premiere video. And now I get to walk into your podcast. That sounds awesome, Christopher. Good to see you guys. It is insanely hot still. We all know this. Everybody across the nation. I don't know where it's not hot. I know. Technical difficulties is your new band name. For real. Hello, Kimberly Grace. Yay, a vertical. We can see all the strange people come in. I know. I did turn it on subscriber only. So, if they're going to come in, at least they got to subscribe. How about that? So, how are you all today? It's Tuesday, Taco Tuesday. I hope you guys are all going to get your tacos and maybe your margaritas. I didn't even brush my eyebrows. It's another no makeup day. In the summer, it is a no makeup damn summer this year. Swear to God, it's the summer of rum and no makeup. That's what it is. You guys know. I know. Making me laugh at that. Oh, that's good. We got to get weird people, Darlene. But with the mods here, they won't be able to do much. No, my mods are absolutely impeccable. They don't take it. Is it cool? No, it's not cooler, Isabella. It's not cooler here. And then you know how I know? Because my air conditioner is not turned off. I have a little R2D2 unit that the reason why I'm using the mic is so that you guys don't hear the absolutely atrocity of the little air conditioner unit that is working overtime. Good morning, Grandma Joanne. I hope everybody's got coffee. Adriana, good to see you. Dave Jeffrey in Niagara, how are you? Hello, Angela Q. Natural Beauty's the best. In this seat, we just going to go with it, right? Swear. I walked yesterday and you guys, it was hot. I still have to fold laundry. You should read the horoscope again. Remember that old video? Really? What does it say, Isabella? What does it say? What does it say for me? I know, Mr. Metalhead. It's a hot morning. It's insane. I don't know what to do with it. Joe said he went to work today and he was like, it was hot already. And we're going to skip all over the place when fall hits. Okay. That's what's going to happen. We're just going to be skipping all over the place. Hi, Isaac. How are you? Good to see you. All right. Everybody getting in, settling in. You guys make sure you know the routine. If you're not subscribed, do so. Why not? We just hit just over 7,800 subscribers. That's kind of crazy. But I love it, and I thank all of you for doing that. Today, it is Strange Conversation Day. What does that mean? We're just going to sit here and chit-chat and have the strangest conversations about the weirdest topics and whatnot. That's what we do. One of your older videos from the archive where you read the horoscope. Oh my God, that was so long ago. That was at least over 2 years ago, Isabella. I should redo that. I know we're getting close to 8,000. I know, it's kind of crazy, but I'm sweating bullets right now. Just got finished doing so much work. Ugh. Hi Marie Boca. I gotta clean up I have a shelf over here. I have to like get my head about me before I do that. But anyway, today's topic in Strange Conversations, this is where we just talk about random stuff. I want you guys to join in. Give me your experiences with whatever the conversation topic is. Today, I started thinking about, I watch a lot of different television. We all have. I feel like my generation kind of grew up on the whole TV. Hi, Paul. 99 outside. It's a pool day. I'm still thinking about going to the pool, guys. For real. Jerry. Yes. You guys remember talk shows? I mean, we still have talk shows, right? Hi, RJ. Ola from Colorado. We still have talk shows in this day and age, okay? But they kind of morphed and evolved a little differently. But the 80s, like the late 80s to the 90s, that was the heyday. That was it. That was like the reality TV. Like reality TV hadn't reared its ugly head yet, okay? And it hadn't even been evolved, hadn't happened. It wasn't a thing, right? Kimberly Grace, right? Ricky Lake. Remember Donahue? Donahue was very early in my experience with the whole thing. That was more of my mother's era, I feel like. Like that was there. Yeah, Donahue was there. Yeah, Real World turned into the reality. That was like the reality TV when it really started coming through. But talk shows. I sat there thinking about this, and that was it, man. And why I started thinking about this is like, what did I do when I was younger, when it was hot as Hades outside? You couldn't deal with it. You couldn't lay out in the sun anymore because you've already turned yourself into a crispy critter, putting baby oil all over your body and laying out in the sun and, trying to dye your hair blonde, but you didn't have the money to go get it done. Let me tell you, the talk shows ruled the airwaves. I mean, we ran the gamut. It was like massive. It was during the height of the soap opera season, all of that. Donahue started, then Oprah showed up. Right now, I'm going to blow your mind here in just a minute. Nobody wants to be outside. It's humid. And the way we coped back in the day was that we would go inside and we would just all day. You could be with a friend and you would just watch reality TV show, the talk show. It would be then one from the other. It would go from the morning news talk show, and then it would go into the early afternoon talk show, and then you go into the, you'd watch like a soap opera and another soap opera, and then you'd watch the afternoon talk shows. Those were a different genre and stuff. And then it was like, then you were done, Hey, Lila, how are you? Morton Downey Jr. Oh my God. I totally forgot about him, that big mouth. I've never heard of the Richard Bay. Remember Sally Jesse? Sally Jesse with the red glasses. Right. Yeah. So like I watched it. I mean, school was out. Programming back then was really kind of limited. It was that or it was watching these like movies and stuff. And like many of my friends and us, like if it was just too hot and it was in between of us doing something and we just wanted to hang out and our parents were off to work, we were the latchkey generation. And if you guys, I know people that are younger don't understand what latchkey meant. It basically meant that you had a key to get in your house after school was out. But we were left to our own devices. Our parents went off to work, both of them. We got nothing else to do. So you'd either go to a friend's house or you'd just hang out with your brothers and sisters and you'd be watching. Good morning, Walt Money. How are you doing? Rosie O'Donnell. There were so many, but yeah, we would just watch TV. And back then it was kind of like our trash TV. Like now we talk about reality TV being trash TV, like the Real Housewives. But back then the talk show was the trash TV. It was tabloid TV. That's what it was actually named, tabloid TV. Hey, Bradley Jones, how are you? And it kind of just like it like all rushed back at me when I was thinking about this on a walk this morning. Now, they weren't all the same. They weren't all equal. They had lots of different genres and things like that. Some were way more scandalous than others, but it made for entertainment for us when we couldn't stand the heat. Morning. Hey, Griffin, how are you? Hi, Lila. My favorite was All My Children. Hard copy. Oh my God. I swear to God, that's the best. Scott Chrysler. How are you? Let me see what it says. And GH on ABC after school. Yes, 3:30 came home, watched General Hospital. Exactly. And you know who you are. GH. I hear you, Ange. We are in the same age group. I mean, it's kind of funny when you think about what we don't maybe necessarily think about what we used to do when we were that age. You know, everybody's out of school. Everybody's hot. Nobody knows what to do. You're just sweating. We all didn't even have air conditioning. Think about that. We all didn't have air conditioning. I know I didn't. I mean, okay, so on one end of the spectrum, one of ours that I used to watch, of course, was the Queen. Everybody knows it. When you become a person that you just are known by like one word, like one name, or whatever, you're not even known by your real name. It's not even her real name. I mean, it is kind of a derivative of it. But Oprah, okay? Oprah was the queen of talk shows. And she came from very, very meager beginnings. Her father was a freaking coal miner. Her mother was a teenage mom and stuff like that. Her name wasn't even Oprah. It was Orpah. But nobody could pronounce it, so they just stuck with Oprah. How funny is that? Here's a mind-blowing thing. You ready for this one? Oprah's 70. She was born in 1954. She's 70. I was like, Oprah's 70? 70. I was like, oh my God, that's like grandparents' age. Hi, Alaskan girl. How are you? My youngest two daughters, Nikki and Ashley, was named from Young and the Restless. Were they really? Right? Everybody named their kids after somebody they used to watch on TV. Swear. Lies, says Adriana. She's 70. I used to go to my mom's friend who watched me and her kids after school right across the street and watch cartoons for hours. Oh, you watched cartoons. We didn't, I mean, like maybe when I was younger, but when I was like in my teens and throughout high school, I know, right? Sister Yoshi, that blew my mind. And I had to think about it. I'm like, well, yeah, I guess she would be because she was an adult when I was a teenager. So, holy hell. Even SNL was funny back then, right? But yeah, the TV talk show. And one of the things like that it ran the gamut of everything. So then you had Oprah, and Oprah was always doing something, trying to like, it was almost like a self-help, try to better you, find interesting subjects. Like her thing ran the gamut, but she was never like tabloid. Like she wasn't tabloid. Like she would do interviews, but it was never tabloid. You know, Rob Law says we got in big trouble one day because we had a Transformers battle in the living room and destroyed everything. Like, right? The stuff we used to do when we were kids. My grandma and I would watch it all day long, our soap opera shows and talk shows all day. Right? Sister Yoshi, yes. And some of us bonded with our family over these things because we remember that. It's wild. And so I was running through the list and and then we had, like, I still can't believe she's 70. Like that just poof. I was like, whoa. Like, whoa. That's crazy. No, so you had Oprah, okay? And then you had people that kind of funneled in between. You had, of course, the morning talk shows, which were like Good Morning America. Good Morning America has been around since I don't even know how long. Good Morning America, I mean, we've seen all the damn hosts of Good Morning America change. It's crazy. At the end, Oprah became more about herself. Guests barely had a chance to talk. Oh, it was totally. Yeah, but Oprah has now turned in from a person who was literally a coal miner's daughter into her own network. Okay? Think about that. Coal miner's daughter has her own network, and she has propelled other people to be talk show hosts. She has her whole damn thing. You could go through the list of people that are talk shows. You could say, oh, that was Oprah. Oh, that was Oprah. Oh, that was Oprah. It's kind of crazy when you think about how they've evolved. They came from that. Who can tell me right now, like the oldest talk show that's still on air? The oldest talk show. It's kind of crazy. I was like, Yeah, I guess that would be. Remember when Laura was live and grandmother was crying that she came back? It was on a Friday. My mom watched that show so much. I'll never forget Mrs. Rogers coming in and saying, "What the F is going on in here?" I can't. Isn't it funny? Good morning, Julie. We're talking talk shows today. Maury, right? No, like Sister Yoshi, we're going to go through those crazy ones. The oldest talk show. Not the oldest, the longest running talk show. I'm sorry, the longest running talk show. Do you know which one that is? That's The Tonight Show. The Tonight Show is the longest running talk show. And if you think about it, The Tonight Show is a talk show. Okay? And the biggest thing that actually kind of gives it that talk show thing. Hey, Robert's live streaming from Holland. Loved your pictures in there. I'm not the father. Yeah, you're right. It is The Tonight Show. And it's because they have a live audience. So if you ever think about all these talk shows, the morning shows, they're talk shows, regardless if they try to package them as like news. It's not really news, it's a talk show because they got guests and then they got a live audience. Okay, that's a talk show. Now they ran the gamut. Now some of the funniest ones I thought, swear to God, was Geraldo Rivera. You guys remember Geraldo? I remember Geraldo. I was in a live audience too. Ambrose, not recently. I do remember Phil Donahue. Remember Geraldo? Remember when Geraldo was going to open up that bank vault? Nobody goes down in history like that. The talk show actually becomes the news. That's what's funny. Talk show actually becomes the news. He was going to open up Al Capone's vault, the vault of Al Capone. I was like, all right, Angela Q, you go have a good day. I swear to God, of course, Robert, you got some Guinness. That's great. When he opened it and there was nothing in there, that was the funniest thing. Everybody was waiting, pins and needles. I want to know, did he know there was nothing in there? It's over once it's opened, right? It was like a lead up of 45 minutes to when it was going to be opened. And then there was nothing. Geraldo is most of them are a joke. And the funniest thing is that they like act as if they're journalists sometimes. And I'm like, that is I worked for newspapers. That is the farthest thing from a journalist. Yeah, Sister Yoshi, Regis Philbin, and Kathleen Lee. You know, that show has just changed. Now it's all about, what is her name? It's not even, what is her name again? I don't remember her name. Good morning, Daryl. It's going to rain in Chicago. Well, I wish it would rain here. The thing about Geraldo is that he acted like he was doing something important when it was all tabloid. For real, Lupe. Yeah, now it's Kelly Ripa. It wasn't Kelly. Yeah, it was Kathy Lee. Now it's Kelly Ripa, which I can't even stand. Kind of like Fox News hosts act like they're journalists, not actors, portraying. They're all actors. Joan Crawford was the first guest on the Tonight Show. Really? Yeah, now it's Kelly Ripa and her husband because nobody else can work with her. That's my opinion. It's my opinion. I've seen the changes, and yeah, everybody else seems to move on and become massive, and she's just still spinning there in that same spot. I feel. I'm like, what are you doing for real? You stuck. The other one, Maury Povich, like you said, Maury Povich. I feel like Maury Povich and Jerry Springer. Remember Jerry Springer? I feel like those two were like in competition with each other to find out whose paternity was whose paternity. And it was never people who cared. It was never, I love always Madonna in talk show. You like Madonna in a talk show? Yeah, she was always very an odd duck. But it's like whenever they're always trying to find out who was the father. Well, one, we always know who the mother is because the child came out of the mom. Good morning, Ronnie C. What about Larry? Oh my God, I forgot about Larry King. But Maury and Jerry, it was like, I swear to God, it was like a riot. It was like a damn foot race for them. They were constantly trying to find the most crazy people. And then I had to think about this. I'm like, who cares who's the father? Why are we watching? This person has no teeth. I don't even know, but we were watching. That was our tabloid TV. Every Springer episode seemed exactly the same, even the same script. Oh, I'm so sure. I'm so sure it was. And I feel like, I will say this. I feel that Jerry Springer's was more of an all-out brawl. Like, it was just a damn, it always ended up in a fight. Somebody was picking up a chair, and then you had the two big people that would come out on the end in their tight t-shirts. They looked like the bouncer from the local club, the bar, and they would come out and they would be holding back this teeny little girl. For real. Darlene says, when we were teenagers, my sister went to school with a girl named Laura. She had to have heart surgery and ended up passing away. When we heard that song, oh my God, that's so sad, darling. It's terrible. Oh my goodness, I can't even imagine. Bunkered down for 96 degrees tomorrow. Tomorrow, we're just reaching. Yeah, there's no cooking out in this heat. Right, the girls running, falling on the floor, flipping the chairs over. That was just insane. And then Sally Jesse Raphael, well, she wasn't any better either. She had her big old red glasses. Remember the red rimmed glasses? Here's the funny thing. Joe actually had a pair of red rimmed glasses. And that was funny to me. I was like, what? This was back in high school, like his senior year. He wore glasses because, I don't know, he wanted to be different. But his glasses ended up being basically the women's, and they were red. And they were like Sally glasses. Hey, Din Din, how are you? Hi, Emily, how are you? And the pups. But yeah, it cracked me up. I mean, who was your favorite? I know I wouldn't necessarily watch Maury or Jerry. That would be like a once in a while indulgence. Yeah, you could call in on the Larry King show. She was always so judgmental. Like she was the know-it-all, And then, but I mean, there were so many back then. Yesterday was 108 in town and 112 at the house. That's too much. And the RuPaul show, there were so many that came afterwards. I mean, Tyra had a show. I mean, there's so many of them out there now. But I don't feel they're as... Oh, Dinah Shore, I think she was pretty... Montel, Jenny Jones. Oh my God, remember Jenny Jones? That was funny. It was Montel, Ricky Lake. You're like, where'd these people come from? They just must have been holding auditions to try to find someone to do a talk show. You know what I mean? Arsenio Hall. Yeah, Arsenio Hall. He wasn't as like cutthroat as Jerry or Maury. Remember when Maury Povich used to have guests with fears on his show and he chased them around with their fears? Like someone was afraid of pickles. Oh my God. That's crazy. Yeah, it's a whole new group. It's totally different. I mean, Oprah has her many spin-offs. I mean, Oprah made Dr. Phil and whatever that the other doctor is, who's, I don't even remember. He's a doctor, I guess. I don't know. But how many, and today, you literally have cooking shows that do more talk show than they do cooking. For real. You have more cooking, you have cooking shows that are supposed to be cooking shows, but they do more talk show stuff than they do cooking. Dr. Drew, yeah, there's so many. Like Dr. Drew, who isn't really a doctor. Exactly. It's kind of funny when you think about it and stuff. I was like just sitting here looking at all this stuff. I mean, so the talk shows, they're all presented as journalistic, but there's like the daytime news. There's the interview talk shows where they're going to interview this person, or I don't know, the person who was at sea for 3 weeks and nobody knew, or the person who, it's always something crazy, or it's the star, or it's, I mean, everybody remembers and can visualize Oprah interviewing Tom Cruise. He's jumping up on there. And that was the beginning of the whole Katie Holmes thing. Yeah. Yeah. It's like that. It's like lifestyle. Now there's, tabloid TV. Now there's comedic talk shows. And then the comedic talk shows, what's funny to me is how the comedic talk shows, they were the comedy shows at night, turned in to semi-quasi news opinion journalistic shows. He's a comedian. Why are we getting our news from the comedians? I mean, yeah, now we have The View. Yeah, we have The View. Rachel Ray, show long gone. It's kind of funny, right? I just thought it was a funny subject. It's so political. Yeah, all of a sudden, everybody's an authority on politics and world affairs. Dude, you're a comedian. Stop it. Just stay in your lane. Make it funny, but stop trying to, and then it was like in the 90s and like the early 2000s. when that happened. Late 90s, early 2000s. Mr. Metalhead says Jenny Jones' show was forced to end because she had a guest who killed another guest over a fight they had. She was sued for 15 to 20 million? Oh my God. I wonder if they stopped doing those kind of like really, really bad shows because of that. Because it was totally predatory. Ellen, if you can survive working there, right? Even they all go off the rails. They all went off the rails. Ellen went off the rails. Dr. Oz went off the rails. Phil's everybody's off the rails. You missed the 90s. It was insane, crazy, wild, wild west of talk shows. For real. It was a little insane when you think about it. It was super predatory. And it wasn't like very good for people's mental health, I think. You like Talk Soup on E? Remember the E channel? Do they still have that? Got to be where he was a jerk. Yeah. I mean, a lot of them actually, like Dr. Oz, Dr. Phil, not Rachel Ray is kind of like part of Oprah. And then there was another show that came out of Oprah too. And then, they have The View. And then that got all friggin' political and crazy. It's just bananas. I mean, we still have them. They're just they're just different. They're just different and stuff. But here's one thing I got to think about. Because, me, I started thinking Greg Kinnear was on Talk Soup. I had a big crush on him. Greg Kinnear. Oh my God. He was in a number of movies. What was the big movie he was in? I don't know. I can't remember. Dr. Oz ate lentils the day before his colonoscopy. Really? Shouldn't he know better? Oh my God. We really don't want to know that. Oh my God. But what is like the talk show of today? And you guys gonna trip out. Because I started thinking about it. Mystery Men, LOL, not a big movie. Yeah, there's not a big movie. I feel like the talk shows of today, kind of, because like they keep morphing. Like everything keeps evolving and changing. And I feel like the talk shows of today sometimes are like YouTube live streams. For real. I started thinking about it. I'm like, well, we have a live audience. You, my viewer, you guys are the live audience. We do interact. That was the big thing about a talk show, was the live audience aspect of it, because you would see the audience's reaction. You would hear the audience's reaction. Yes, the applause, but it was always the the gasp or the comments or the questions and stuff that would come from the live audience, and then you'd see where it would go off the rails. Drew Barrymore talk show is good. Yeah, she's not actually bad. I don't think she's terrible. It's okay. She's a little quirky. She's very, very quirky. But that's what I was thinking about. Live streamers. Then every Monday night, my mom would cry to Little House on the Prairie, and I would say, here we go again. Oh my God, Little House on the Prairie. Jeez, I know. I couldn't. And everybody was doing like the Waltons. Ellen did end her show. Rosie O'Donnell, she got canceled. It's the Joanne show, right? But don't you think about it when you guys go in? Thank God Fafo isn't Dr. Fafo, for real. We don't need that kind of doctor. Fafo, if you're listening, I'm talking to you. But, I mean, anybody who is doing like live streams, in a way, it is kind of like the talk show in a way. If you're talking to the people, or, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like if you actually are interacting with the audience, some people do live streams and they don't interact. Okay, no, not them. But there's a lot, And I'm like, is this the next generation of talk shows? Is this where it's going? Because, we've seen how our media has changed and evolved, because originally it was like TV. TV was there and it was all network. It was all network. We were given these shows. We got to choose which shows we wanted to watch. But it was network TV. There was like, I don't know. If you were lucky, you got 10 damn channels. Right? Well, yeah, even the talk shows now have turned them into podcasts. That's exactly what I think, Rob Law. And so it went from network to cable. And then it was big. Network was freaking out. And now it's cable. It was cable. Everybody had, oh my God, you had 50 channels, 75 channels, 100 channels to watch from and pick what you wanted to do. And the talk shows kind of died. I think they kind of died pretty much when cable started to come about. Then it went from cable, people cut the cable, and then they went to apps and subscription services, to Netflix, to Hulu. They wanted to say, I don't care about all those other channels. You're giving me 150 channels. I watch 10. We only watch 10, which is what we were originally watching. We just want to choose the 10 that we want to watch. Right? So, but now, when I think about it, it's not subscriptions. It is subscriptions, but not necessarily. People are now taking more ownership of their own programming through social media and those kind of services that are being given to you. From YouTube, you have live streamers who do podcasts, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram. Hell, there's even Kick, Discord. We could go on and on. A time wore a cable before I became Spectrum. Oh my God, man, Tom wanted a cable so bad. Yo, they were the worst cable to have. Oh, I don't even remember that. Time Warner. We didn't have that. Podcasts aren't trash TV though. You can, but there are trash TV podcasts. Yes, there are, Isabella. And that's the thing. Podcasts. Hi, Brian Davis. How are you? You don't have cable, and you love it. Right. We don't have cable, but I have to pay the internet bill, which is just as much as the cable bill was, which is crazy. No air conditioning, no cable back in the day. Now we got air conditioning and we got a million apps that we pay for. We probably pay the same damn amount, but it's just to different people. That's all it is. But yeah, now you have live streamers and it runs the gamut. You have streamers that do travel. You have streamers that do self-help, how-to, home, cooking, and then you also have the drama. You have the trash TV drama ones that are doing live streams, or that's just their thing, their podcast, or whatever it is. But it's all based on drama because they feel like drama actually garners the views. I don't do the drama. I don't have time for that. Life's way too damn short. But I do my files. I miss the high-speed internet. I have high-speed internet. I actually had to reset mine because I had to plug in a dang extension cord, and then it was resetting, and I was losing my mind. That's probably why I had such issues in trying to get this started up. But I don't know. It's kind of weird how it's evolving and changing and stuff. So what do you guys watch? Do you still do it? Growing up, there were only 2 cable services, On TV and Select TV. Remember DirecTV? On TV and Select, I don't even remember. I added the cost of cable and the apps, and they were exactly the same, but with the cable, they tack on all those additional fees. True. We have our Dollar Tree chef. Oh, we do have a Dollar Tree chef. Yes. And anybody can do whatever they want. It's kind of like we've taken it back from them telling us what we want. Yeah, Dish Network. Remember Dish Network? That was one of the first ones. That was when you had that. Now we have Roku. Now we have, I don't know, Apple TV, Amazon TV. You have everything. You get to pick and choose whatever you want. It's a buffet. It's a buffet. And then we tell them, well, go make that. And there's somebody making something new every damn day on YouTube. Swear. That's the difference. It's not like a set buffet. It's a buffet where they keep bringing out new dishes every single moment. There's a new dish for you to have. Interesting when you think about it. Talk shows, YouTube, live streaming. We're still here in it. We're still here in it. I want to know what people are going to be thinking about and where this is going. I feel like we're at the very cusp of a big change with how programming is being done. Amazon Fire Sticks, the Apple TV is good. I like it. I do too. I've always wanted one of those huge satellite dishes in my garden, right? Because you felt like if you had a huge satellite dish in your yard, loopy, you always thought, damn, we made it. We rich. Still available on YouTube. I've never heard of Bobby Wygant. I've never heard of that. But yeah, I kind of want to see where it goes. And how does it evolve? And is it going to be like, are they going to be talking about it 20 years from now, 10 years from now? Is it going to be like certain YouTubers? Is it going to be certain, podcasts that everybody's listening to? It's an interesting thought, and it all started way back when with the longest running talk show, The Tonight Show. 80s and 90s were wild, guys. They were wild. And I have a feeling that it's going to get a little wilder. It is. I think we're coming back on that because it is the wild, wild west out here in YouTube land. I hope you guys enjoyed this conversation. It was interesting. I thought it would be a very different take on it because when do we ever sit back and think about it? What did you watch when it was hot in the summer and you got nothing else to do? You guys, take care. Thank you for joining me for Strange Conversations. If you guys are new here and you like this, please subscribe to the channel and then hit that notification bell so you know when I go live. Tuesdays is Strange Conversations. Thursdays is Date Night. And all the other days, there's always something new on the channel, from a walk to dining to who in the world knows what we're going to get up to. But I'm going to guarantee you it's going to be kind of fun, and you never know. Pigeons may come out and get you. Anyway, guys, have a great day. Take care. Stay cool out there. It's too damn hot for us to be creating drama. And I don't care whose father. You are not the father. I don't even care about that. Take care. Talk to you guys later. Bye.